Horny, welcome back to the North American Battalion Quick Cup, hosted by The Plays. I hold ship with Millsy, and we are jumping into round 3. We'll be played on Vanguard, and we're dealing with two teams that, honestly, we know a lot about one, and it's kind of a proving ground for the other, as we'll be dealing with the side. Well, of course, most of you know him, most of you love him. Western Jesters is one of our top teams in the game. They will be going up against Niesow Horny. That'll be a fun one to say, Millsy, I'm sure.
Oh yes, the Niesow Horny, baby. As we kick
really
off,
went there.
you had to go there. You had to go there. Audacious name, but we like to place from as we crack into round 1.
Indeed we do, and it will be a full hit coming out towards bomb site B. Jabin, one of the first ones up. Bomb is actually going to be in hand for number 8. That's Fire, who's still working his way into this factory, but all the kills so far turning up in favor of the Access. And, well, trying to dive on in. Western will find one. Western will find a second. And pardon me, Fire is able to find 2. Western down to just one last player left alive, and, well, the Allies will take that. Glory of the motherland.
That was a fantastic attack coming out of Niesow Horny. Just all 5 piling into one side. As we saw in the last game, they could not get that together. Everybody just piling onto the site, able to make the trades that were necessary to able to get that round. And huge round for them, opening up with a win.
Very big round indeed, but so for the Access of Western Jesters will be 2 trench guns coming out, an MP40 and a bunch of Gaveras for the rest. And a little bit more utility coming out for the side of the Allies, as they will once again make a move over towards the middle courtyard towards B. Opening shots being traded for both players. Nobody falling yet. Oh, and how about that headshot from Wally? Is he able to find one at very long range with the Gavar? You'll take that. And now a 5-on-4. The retake's not quite having to come through yet. Is still not finding much pressure at B yet. Is the side of Niesow Horny.
I see Vic getting really cheeky with the trench gun here in the bottom of the house. He does have a player pretty much on top of him right now in Revo, and now he's starting to sneak outside, pulling out the flank. Vic might come up huge here. Does pick out one player. Revo makes him punish him, and Vic and Disrupt are both on 1 HP.
Oh, nice shot from Disrupt.
Are able to pick up Fire as Hero will take down Vic. In the 1v2 situation, we have Disrupt with the trench gun. Whiffs the first shot. Not what you want to see out of him.
Yeah, really should have played that with a little bit more discipline. XVIII or 18. For most of you, you guys know him as Hero. That's how we will be referencing him. The bomb has rotated all the way out towards A. Trying to jump into heaven is Disrupt. And that move has been figured out. He's going to be right behind 18. And, well, Hero's able to find him. Pardon me, Disrupt able to find Hero. Getting my kill feed a little bit backwards. So now, as the bomb is planted, it's just going to be down to a thin. And it's going to be a Disrupt trying to find the retake. But, oh, this is quite an angle being played. And the shotgun's not good enough for the first. The second shot will connect. And Disrupt will take the win and get the defuse.
Yeah, with the bomb being planted on A, it kind of honestly favors the trench gun on Disrupt a little bit better than Nathan's submachine gun that he had. Again, Disrupt pulling off a very nice 1v2 clutch, picking up his gunfights really well as he's taking a quick sniff there.
Tied up one apiece, and I was about to say, this is right where we'll start seeing some heavy weaponry coming out. You'll see a Mosin on board for Revo, and for Wally, he will be taking out a Kar 98. So 2 snipers in play, mostly everything else automatic weapons, but we also still have a trench gun in play for Disrupt. We'll see how he's able to use that.
Yeah, Wally cheating and watching that A-longs, and Revo is actually doing the same. Both players are right out of frame. Revo might pick up one there, does pick up Disrupt onto the peak, and does try to flick onto Wally sitting on the back A site, and they're just both trying to wait on the challenge for each other as Wally goes down by Hero. Very, very good peek out of Hero. And now you see the rotation coming in from the bomb. They're actually going to be rotating toward that A site here, as it is a 5v3.
Keep your eye on West, as he is the player responsible for watching this cross. You'll see one player inside of A. Bomb will be followed up, and it will be a right side hit of the Palace for Vic, as he wants to make his way up the ladder, and that's exactly how he'll get up to the high ground. But again, you have to find a little bit of success. This doorway is so hard to break through. And West is able to find a very ambitious headshot under Revo. Not sure exactly how he hit that one, but he'll take it. And just trying to spam through the door, almost able to find one. Hero ready for him, though. And now, again, it's a 4v2, and the retake still has to happen.
Hero playing a really great position in the top broken area, able to pick up West, like we just said there. Very good plays, and he's picking up another one onto Vic, and Blade's stuck between a rock and hard place with the scope here. He's going to try to fall back, hopefully try to save up that scope, because he's only got 20 seconds to play with, and 1v4, not looking so likely there.
This map is so difficult to navigate, so many windows, so many angles that you just don't expect, at least as a lot of our players are starting to get their feet wet with this map. One of the new ones with the Wartide patch, and well, here's exactly one of those angles that I was talking about. Blade able to put himself in a very safe sniper's nest, and he'll live out the round with an STG and a car, but again, the round does go the way of the allies.
Yeah, definitely the better play out of Blade there to just save. I mean, it's challenging 1-on-4. I mean, you're going to get a weapon off of, the allies' side, but them winning the round with the bomb plant, they're going to be able to rebuy pretty easily anyway, so very smart play out of Blade there.
See how they try to hit this one. Offensively, it's been looking really clean so far. Good smokes, good takes. Again, something different than what we saw previously. And Fire's going to set things off with a set nade. Trying to find somebody over towards B. And again, there's so much aggression already getting to the middle portion of the map. And taking away those sight lines from the access is great. If you can manage to find your way in. Trolling through the smoke is the thin. And he's not really able to find an angle, as this is a tough bomb site again to commit to, because number 5 who's in there, West, is up in heaven, and he's just holding these front 2 doors, and it's going to be really difficult to try to contest him from that spot.
Yeah, Nathan's really got to watch out. He's got Blade watching for him, and Blade actually hits a hit marker onto Fire. Blade now spinning with that STG. He's going to be really careful there. Vic taking down Hero on the outside of B bomb site. He's going to fall back and play this very, very smart. The 5v3 breaks out here in favor of the Axis as Disrupt gets a little bit tagged up, and Fire actually does take down Disrupt after that gunfight.
Yeah, tough scenes there from Disrupt. He had the PPSH ready to go, but wasn't able to lock the shots. Had the discipline to at least hold off on the long-range target, but was not ready for the one close by. Bomb still has yet to dive in, though. Number 7, again. Athin is the one who's trying to get his way in. And how do you even push this? He's already cleared the top, which is nice, but you have to make a call, and that nade's not going to do it. We'll just forget that happened.
Boardman is getting paid.
Now all of a sudden, a nice little retrain from Blade, able to find one crossing up top, and the second with the hip fire for a headshot. Fire able to find him, but the trade is there from West. Really good play from Western Jesters. Mostly out of Blade, a little bit of luck on the second one, but the first one was really well flicked onto the high ground, and again, just shutting everything down. It's so hard to take it. You need nades, and again, you would have loved to have had that set nade that went off the top ropes, sent right back to sender for a thin, and well, that will shut things down pretty quickly. 2-2 the score. Coming through West, trying to start things off. Set nade will actually find a connection. And again, the hit is right over the middle once again. Probably the most important areas to hit is just to take over the map control. Make sure that you cannot be rotated on. And now again, PPSH up close and personal, trying to push through apartments. Zapping, and well, he's not going to find anybody, but there is a couple players that are very, very close. Again, everyone just stacked up on top of each other. The player closest, Disrupt, he's got a trench gun holding the bottom side of this basement, but it's waiting for a committal call. Everyone holding their spots for Western Jesters defensively.
Real question is, we're going to see Revo get this pick onto Wally here at long A. The timing not in Revo's favor. Wally does tag him up pretty well. Sitting back with SG is going to smoke off this position now and kind of fall back as West is going to find a pick on the Fire, and Nath is going to trade out for Wally there. Disrupt picking up a quick little shotgun frag onto Nath, and as picks up another one onto Hero, and Vic another one onto Jabin. As this round, not so good for the allies as Vic cleans up Revo, and the scoreline now looking 3-2.
You got to really give props to Disrupt. I mean, obviously he finds a couple of kills that round, but most importantly, when he gets freed up to push that far up in the middle apartments, he gets so much information just off sound alone, and that just relied on all of those rotations to come out defensively for Western Jesters, which, again, you saw Vic find 2 free angles, essentially, not even contested whatsoever. That played off really nicely to get the defensive round. Just really good adjustments so far from Western Jesters of how they want to approach this map defensively. Another overnade will come through, and Vic will try to move up forward, but he's got to be careful. A couple players over the middle, he'll be able to find one very wise to disengage as there were 2 more ready. And again, just very good penetration up the middle here for the Axis.
Yeah, I see another solid B push out of them, and actually on a save round. Very smart for them, trying not to let the same thing happen as what happened last map with a snowball effect here. With them ecoing, hopefully they're gonna be able to get the bomb down, get an extra coin, and go into the next round with some better options.
Disrupt again, able to find one more from behind, and it's one of those things that you really feel, okay, well, now we're shooting teammates. Apparently, Blade able to punish one, looking for the second, will do so. One more is right across, and he sees the weapon, and a quick scope from Blade. Able to find 3 with the Car 98 unscoped, and again, I was about to say before that pop-off happened, if you're looking at this from the perspective of Niesow, you gotta hit it, and you gotta hit it quick, because it's so difficult to be sitting over the middle like that, and you saw no smoke coverage whatsoever as Disrupt was able to find one, Vic another, and then those 3 at the end from Blade.
Yeah, they're really messing up their Blade, challenging just one at a time, and Blade is just like, yep, feed him to me, I'm ready, just bring it all on. And gosh, a good push coming out of the ally side, to be fair. Being another eco round coming out of them this round, just losing a couple gunfights, and the trades are not going their way, but only being a 4-2, they're not falling behind too bad.
Well, it's you keep mentioning the fact that it's an eco round, and for some it is, for others it's not. As you see, there is a little bit of utility being picked up for Athen, but again, there's PPSHs on, there's a Fedorov on the field. I mean, they're spending some credits. If you're going to go for the economy round, you might as well all go for it and share the wealth so everyone's even before you start a round off. Blade will get an opportunity for one. Diving on in, not sure about that peek from Athen, and West able to cover his backside as well. So what was 2 very shaky rounds to start for Western Jesters has been nothing but just complete dominance defensively so far in these last few.
And they're left down to Hero. He's going to try to get a couple guns off in the last couple seconds as he gets Blade off the tank, but West very easily able to trade him out. As Western Jesters does take their 5th round, as scoreline being 5-2 as we head into round 8.
And again, 2 rounds is not bad to start things off. This round in, round 8, you still got 4 to play with for the side of Niesow. I mean, you would have loved to have just, again, like we mentioned, just go for just a full-out save round, not have some people that just don't buy anything. Just buy some smokes, just spend the 1 credit, and maybe you get some luck. But now we'll be coming into play with a more lucrative round for the side of Niesow. So if you're looking for a round 1, it needs to be this one. Let's see how they decide to execute.
Yeah, you see a little bit more, a couple more coins being spent by the allies, and yeah, Hero able to open up on Blade, which is a huge kill. Blade being the top fragger for his team. So we see them spend a little bit more coin here, hopefully going to get a little more map control and be able to get the bomb down to take this round. We see them start to aggress more toward the B bomb site. We do still have 2 players just waiting, now 3 players waiting for the B bomb site, as no one is sitting on A. Disrupt does pick up Anth.
Work their way in his fire. Revo able to find one more. That was a Vic. And again, he's actually made his way on the backside of the factory. So if Fire can find a way on an angle here, this would be completely unanticipated. You got, oh, if he only went a little bit further. Okay, he'll find one. There is one sitting in the back, though, still as well. But the bomb site has been broken, and that's important. So now you can essentially get the bomb plant down for free in this 4v2. It just comes down to how do you retake this for Disrupt and West. Disrupt is on the complete opposite side of the map, and it might actually pay off as his hip fire is good for Revo. That's the sniper down, so now all of a sudden that is pressure alleviated. West trying to poke, just shoulder peeking, looking for an angle on the mid-tank. But his timing is pretty atrocious, fortunately. Player sitting there, that's Jabin, did not connect the shots, although Hero's able to find one, and now as he's penetrated all the way through, it's going to be a pretty tall ask to win these fights, and West won't be able to do it.
Yeah, very well set up between Hero, Fire, and Jabin there. As we saw Fire go down, Jabin immediately turning to trade out the kill there. Very well set defensively. Once they were able to break into that site and get the bomb down, just very well positioned for the post plant, and very well played by them.
Indeed. We'll see how this next round goes. Again, possibilities with their economy now being back in line to maybe take another round. And honestly, I would say it would be considered a wild success if they're able to find 5 rounds on offense. And, well, to be frank, they've got the opportunity to do that and more if they keep finding some success. One player, again, Disrupt, playing in the basement of this apartment building again. And if anyone picks up or moves or jumps, he's going to hear all of this, and he can be able to call out numbers. And you can see, watching the crosses, Wally, he's right up in front, waiting for someone to come through these side doors over towards A. And even closer to that, number 5 is West, but no, Hero is ready for him with the shotgun. Disrupt, can he make a play? Shoulder peek from Fire is good. And all of a sudden, it's a 5-on-3.
and they really have this B bomb site opened up as Blade is actually on a huge flank on the outside of the B site. Hero not yet pushing in. As we might see him go down to Blade right there. Like I said, the timing, unfortunate. And be able to take down Vic. Now they have a little bit more room to play with. Wally still sitting with the trench gun on A, not letting them fully have A here. As we see Blade still chilling up in the mid building as Jabin does take down Blade, and Wally does take down Revo. But
he's got another player close. Yeah, I was about to say he really wanted that sniper rifle. His options were limited using the trench gun at that range, but his patience paid off for the first. Just not quite able to get to the weaponry that I think he was trying to go for. So now all of a sudden 4 rounds for Niesow, and talk about potential upsets here. Niesow looking really strong here on the offense.
Yeah, offensively, they're looking pretty sound, moving together, playing as one singular unit, which is huge for the offense side here, being able to push into those sites. Hopefully they can continue their ways, and the scoreline being 5-4, they're already looking in really good shape for the defensive rounds. I mean, what more can you ask?
Not much, to be candid with you. Again, playing up closest, disrupting this middle apartment. West able to find a headshot onto Hero, who acknowledges it in chat.
Yeah, West, that was an absolutely disgusting flick. He actually jumped up from the top window, and as soon as he peeked from the top window, instantly just 1 bullet, 1 kill. Plus
catches an angle over the middle and is able to survive it. Again, with the shotgun, just waiting for someone to push through. Blade is playing up in heaven of this B factory and might get some timing on one. Atho able to find a set nade on the West. That'll play. Vic able to trade things back, so we're still dealing with a 4-on-3, favoring our defenders. Disrupted with another. So a 4-on-2, and again, this hit is coming very staggered. Jabin's doing what he can to work his way into the truck garage, and he's got support with Revo, but they both have single-shot weapons. Wally finds the first. Oh, the no-scope for Revo will connect, but he's going to have everyone and their mom knowing exactly where he is, so how do you play out of this one?
Yeah, we see him just trying to bait out a couple of footsteps there, trying to get a pick.
Nice shot.
Cuts up the quick scope onto Disrupt. That was a great shot. Hopefully waits for the health regen. He knows there's going to be a player on site. And just unlucky with that challenge. Vic able to take him down and give him a free haircut as Western Jesters take the lead yet again 6-4.
Now, if you're looking at Western Jesters' perspective of this scoreboard, you're hoping that you can essentially win out these next 2 rounds and salvage, which I think a lot of people would consider to be a pretty meager defense, giving up 4 so early, but maybe just a little bit of a tip of the cap, not the tip of the cat. That's a totally different interaction towards Niesow and what they've been able to put together for this roster. Yeah,
I feel as if they really need to focus more onto the B side. They're having a lot more success onto the B side, being able to catch picks into the middle building. They're very spread out here, as you see on the mini map. Watching that whole entire B site, having 3, almost 4 people watching over B site, and this is kind of the standard setup as Western Jesters have had. As Blade does pick up Hero, they've really got to focus on the B side, I think.
Yeah, Blade is in a really cheeky spot and will utilize the smoke to help out. And he almost caught an angle on a player sitting over the middle towards the statue. We'll rotate back into B, a little bit more traditional and orthodox of an angle to hit. And like you mentioned, this B hit, it is slow, it's methodical, but will it be successful? Not a lot of utility left to use here offensively. Actually, none at all, as West is able to pick up another kill. And again, how do you retake this with no smokes and no nades? West is in just an absolutely unsupplanable position up top, and he will find his 3rd of the round. Finally, someone will peek, but West is able to turn and find the headshot from above. 4 kills for West, and again, you need to find some kind of utility to shake him off that angle, because there's no other way to challenge it.
Man, West picking up 4 huge frags right there, and that, like you said, that position, that angle is it's a little bit difficult to deal with. West having the aim that he does, I mean, anybody that challenges him is really not gonna have a good day.
And now again, you start looking back over towards the Allies. They're completely cashed out with no utility this round, going more for weaponry than anything else. And once again, West up top. You're looking at Wally. He's sniping over the middle, looking for an angle. He should get contested here in just a moment. A couple players peeking from the window, and yep, there's an angle. Wally not quite able to snap onto it, but he gives opportunity for Revo to peek, and he'll find the kill. And one more up top, so now all of a sudden, 4-on-3, and the sniper rifle's playing off dividends for Revo.
Yeah, as you see West get tagged up. They finally are tagging up West on that top position now. As you see the bomb starting to go down toward A. West trying to get a spam through the door. Not going to necessarily fall for him. We see a 4v3 coming out in favor of the allies here. We still have, let's see, who is number 9? Javen kind of lurking in the mid building, which could pay dividends with his AR.
Oh, absolutely, it could. It just comes down to will the timing be in his favor. He essentially just needs to wait for the committal call. No one's going to challenge him in here. He's got a couple players nearby. Nice headshot. West will sniff him out. But again, the damage has been dealt. 2 on 3, less than 23 seconds to play. That grenade won't find absolutely, it finds nothing. I mean, let's be honest. It will shake some players off the doorway, but it won't be contested. It's from the side from West. And Disrupt is looking for an angle from the lower angle as well. West able to open up with one right from behind. Disrupt, you need to find the first, but it's Hero up top. No one able to find the third. Unfortunately, the trade just a touch late for Disrupt.
Yeah, with Niesow Horny, you know, whenever they do get into those bomb sites, like I said, they're playing so well in their post-plant positions with the trades and everything. I wish they could have gotten some more sites locked down, but 5 rounds on the attacking side. I mean, that's pretty nice. Pretty nice for them as we get to see their defensive side come out here, and Western Jesters in the lead. But I wonder how they feel right now.
Probably feeling like their backs are a little bit up against the wall, you know, kind of readjust your sitting position because you're going to have to go hard here on the offense, especially this opening round will really tell the tale of how this will go. Blade trying to find an angle by B. Won't see anybody. It is a full stack pretty much on top of B. As the bomb is still just lingering, will be picked up by Wally. And again, they're just hoping that someone's going to peek an angle, and honestly, Niesow is just not giving them an opportunity to punish at all.
Yeah, their positioning is actually really, really good right here. As we see Hero just barely head glitching, watching over A. He's listening for footsteps. So he's playing it actually really passively and playing it more for the retake. As we see the bomb kind of cheating a little bit more toward the B site. We do have a lurker in West on the long A angle, but we might be seeing a B take coming out of Western Jesters here. As Wally does open up things onto Revo. That was a hell of a shot. Holy crap.
Yeah, really fortunate that he's able to at least give the numbers advantage. So now all of a sudden, where do you hit? Because you've got 3 smokes to deal with offensively. Nothing in response but 1 frag grenade for Hero. And he's pushed just behind bomb site B. Fire doing what he can to put some pressure down. Vic will be taken down by J-Ben up close. Hero gets taken down from behind. He wasn't sure where he was getting hit from.
Oh, and West picking up another one underneath. And Wally picking up Jabin as it now is a 4v1. All lays in the hands of Fire. We'll see Wally just start sneaking into the B site here. I'm going to see if we get the bomb play down. As Fire's actually laying up on top of the site. He's still not choosing to peek quite yet. Now he peeks and takes down Blade, but Disrupt says, I will take you down.
Indeed. And we might be getting a pause here. Yeah, players requesting for a pause as the server is acting up just a touch with the lag. So hopefully they could be granted that, but we'll see if we can make that happen.
Yep.
And there we go.
There's the pause there.
Yep, just waiting for the server to calm down a little bit as some players are spiking up to above 120 or so. It's getting a little bit better now for them, but again, I want to just break down these offenses really quickly with Yuri Millsy while we're waiting because honestly, that approach just from the aggression that we saw early on from Niesow Horny was really well found, as I don't think Western were expecting that much outward aggression so early on in the set. They were able to come back a little bit, but again, able to scrap together a handful more offensive rounds. And again, we talked about it with Taunt previously. Being able to full save up and come back with a full buy round is really important in this game. And even though you can potentially have these meager rounds where you're dealing with 4 or 5 credits, sometimes it's just better to forfeit a round and try to get yourself back up to 8 or 9 so you can get full buys going on. Let's take a look over at the scoreboard real quickly as well, as I think all the players are just about ready to go as well. So taking a look really quickly at who's doing what. Disrupt sitting at 12-7 for his team. West at 15-7. Of course, that 4-piece that he had a couple rounds ago was definitely helping in the effort. But on the opposite side, Hero performing to his name, 12-9. And Revo as well, just behind him at 10-2 and 12.
Yeah, that last round we just took a look at, the first round for Western Jesters on the ally side. Really instrumental was that first pick of Wally, taking care of Revo, watching over that kind of like a backside of the mid area. Just getting the numbers advantage, I think, just psychologically even helped him out way more than just the frag itself.
Yeah, absolutely. Utility is key. There's no such thing as flashbangs in this game, so you have to be able to use those grenades to displace people, whether they be frag or smoke grenades. And as the pause will be alleviated, we'll jump right back into round number 14. Western Jesters still holding on to a lead, but narrowly so. 8-5 the score. Here comes some set frags out for the offense. And again, that's one of the big things I think about this game, and a lot of success that a lot of players found were just early set nades. And you're going to get to a point here in the near future. Nice shots from Disrupt, almost able to find a kill, where you're going to have to use those grenades to take people off positions, especially on these new Wartide maps where the set nades are a little ambitious because of how far you have to toss them. Sometimes it might just be better to hold on, but we'll see how this one pans out, as there will only be one more smoke available for Blade.
Super unlucky is Western Jesters actually have full control of the A-bomb site, but they had to get somebody to walk all the way back to spawn to get the bomb. They left the bomb in spawn. So he's now making his way, trucking onto the A site here, about 10 seconds later than what he should have been. But as we hear the plant go down, we just have
Set
Hero.
from Hero. It will hit. That's brilliant. It's on the bomb. Again, grenades are important, friends. You don't have to use them all the time. So Hero will find one, looking for the spam throw through the window. Not connecting with anything, though. Fortunately, Fire is able to help clean things up, and now we've got ourselves a 3-on-2. And both of these players are very spread apart. Hero sees one, but he's trying to challenge us with a default weapon, and honestly, he's not going to be finding a lot of damage at range. So we'll dive on in. Bomb was being planted, actually baited, as West is able to find one, disrupt another, so all of a sudden, what was a 3v2 for the defenders has turned into a 2v1, favoring the allied side.
Yeah, super unlucky as Hero jumped onto the site, just was baited as West was sitting in the corner, and then Disrupt picking up a beautiful headshot, sitting back toward the A long position. Now all down to Revo and a 1v2, not looking too good.
Now he's about to run into a trench gun. I think Disrupt saw the shoulder. Sure will hold the angle. Revo, no chance. Nice successful round for Western Jesters, putting themselves 4 off the win. Again, best of 1 all the way through the evening, so you got to take what you get, and that was a round that I'm pretty sure Niesow's going to want back.
Yeah, Disrupt with that trench gun yet again, paying dividends has been a common theme tonight. Disrupt actually was able to donate plenty of coins to his teammates, as he already has the trench gun and SVT, buying full tacticals, and is able to be a bank.
Yeah. A lot of automatic weapons, but it will be 1 unscoped Kar 98 for Revo. 3 MP40s and an STG, so not the worst case scenario, but there's no nades at all. Again, we saw them do this on offense, trying to make it happen on defense here as well, and I think Disrupt has actually seen a player nearby. We'll take a couple of staggered shots, not finding anything with it, though. And Vic also very close to this angle, and yep, there it is, punished by Revo. Vic able to find one in response, but that's a long angle with no smokes that you really don't want to peek.
And Vic trading out onto Fire. I really think that Niesow is not really controlling the mid building as they should be, and giving up a lot of the map control is spreading them a little bit too thin to really have that sound defense. As Javen picks up a frag onto Vic, now putting them into a 4v3, as it's looking to be shaping up for a B take.
And again, only 1 smoke available. That's for West. No one else has any utility at all underneath 40 seconds to play. In West, he's got a couple players right around the corner from him. So does Blade, though, and with these shots coming through, there should be a free kill for Blade. Oh, no, he completely whiffs. At least the double peak will be there. So they will even this up to a 3v3, but the committal has been called out towards B. There is still 1 player hanging out by A. That's Hero, who needs to make his way to B quickly because smokes are coming off. That's the last one. You got to come in. You got to commit. There it is. Entry frag. Be able to come through as well. He's able to find 1. Jabin from behind will take down 1, though, so 2v2. Only 7 seconds. You got to stick the plan, and now here it comes. And Hero, will he get the angle in time? He absolutely will.
Wow, very well played by Niesow Horny there. Just very unlucky for Wally, as he was playing the bomb only with 7 ticks of the clock left. Was able to pick up a good pick there, but Hero was able to trade him out as he was rotating very slowly, more of a lurk almost coming out of him. But a good clutch up by Hero there to secure the round and their first defensive round of this half.
We'll see if Revo can make something happen here with the sniper. We'll just peek over the middle as they traditionally do. A couple of set smokes coming out, as well as some frag grenades. Looks to be another hit over towards the B side of the map. The only player here defensively inside of B at the moment is Jabin with an MP40. A couple players are close, though, so no need to panic for him yet. As Revo will actually watch the front door with the sniper rifle, but it looks like this will be a side door hit coming through as Vic is right about ready to move. A couple more smokes and nades are available. Actually, one of each, as that one does come through. Again, when do you hit this? You got to go sometime soon, and it just comes down to, I think, when Blade tosses the smoke.
Yeah, the only smoke being on Blade. You see the loadout for Western Jesters, all automatic weapons. Almost everybody on a PPSH except Blade on the AR for the side. Just see Vic trying to find an angle onto anyone onto the front door B.
Here comes the hit.
As
He's been able to find one, and he's getting some help from Hero from behind for two. Vic's able to take down one more, but again, no one's been able to shake off Jabin from that inner position. And again, you wish you would have had a smoke come through just to help in the effort, but now it's just down to Vic for the 1v4. He gets taken down from the middle. No worries.
And the flank pays dividends from Anther. As they pick up their second round on this defensive side, now Western Jesters kind of questioning what is it going to take here. They had a very, very good looking orchestrated attack onto the B site, but just not able to secure the frags, not able to secure the trades.
And they're getting dangerously close to a potential save round here as well. So again, if you don't find success here, at least able to find a couple of kills, that will have to be the consideration you would think for the next round. We'll see. Athen able to find the first blood on Vic. He got some help from a nade that came overhead right as Vic was trying to peek underneath. With that, there will be a couple responses, and goodness, Western Jesters did this on one of their opening rounds where it was just easy click shots. There's headshots all over the place at long range, and it'll play as kind of Athen almost takes down one of his own players. That would have been helpful. Bomb is being planted though, and that's going to be hard to retake this based on the position. You take a look at number 2, Blade is in a really good spot to hold this off.
Yeah, Western Jesters taking full control of this A bomb site, and now we do see Fire with a full flank coming in with the MP40, and he's really got to get his butt moving. There's one player on the trolley he's not got to catch out.
Oh, this timing, yeah.
The timing unlucky for Blade. Now a 3-on-3 looking a little more doable.
But a lot of time was taken off the clock, honestly, with that play though too. So now you just bunker up. You've got a couple of. At least you only have actually one automatic in the PPSH of West, who is trying to hold a long angle with it, and 2 MP40s trying to the retake. Again, one player watching long, not even committing is Jabin. So again, how are you going to retake this? There's no time left. Are they just going to save?
Yeah, they're not going to retake this. They're just going to play the exit frags.
Wow.
Ethan takes down West, but Disrupt easy trade onto A. And Disrupt will chill, and Wally will chill.
Oh, big pick at the end, too.
Ooh, Fire picking up Disrupt.
Again, that's interesting. I think it just comes down to the fact that Niesow knows that Western Jesters were dealing with a save round, but you get the bomb planted and the explosion of it, plus a couple of frags for Western Jesters. They're right back in the mix, at least to run some SMGs with utility. That's exactly what will be the case.
Yeah,
a little bit of long range will be looking overhead, but it's not going to be nearly at the same power level that Revo has with the sniper.
Yeah, the utility being very crucial for Western Jesters here as they're pressing into this bomb site. Vic taking some early damage from a nade across the map. You see everyone start to spread out. His Hero posting up on the A side, pretty usual for him. As Vic's going to take down 8th in the mid area.
And again, just as you saw it on the minimap, all those smokes will dissipate, but a really good, just again, isolation of the smokes to enter over towards B, and that's where those 2 picks happen, or at least the 1 pick for a thin happens. But a lot of positioning. The bomb is still lingering all the way back towards the truck garage. Right on top of the plane is Wally. One player inside again is Jabin. He's been really pivotal when it comes to holding down these pushes, so we'll see if he is able to come up to the task here again.
Yeah, Revo's sitting really far back in spawn with the scope. Playing is actually really, really smart. Holding for these mid pushes as he might get peeked by a player here. As you see the silhouettes of them just barely edging out the screen. As Hero is pretty safe on the A site here. They should be calling in for the rotation here soon, and the Hero's got to be booking it at this point.
Well, like you mentioned, again, defensively, nobody from Niesow is pushing up, so while everyone just crouches forward, it's going to be hard to read this one from Hero's perspective, who's still holding in that inner palace at A. So now is the first kill. Goes over to Vic. West able to find one as well. Blade looking for a snap-on. Won't be able to do it, but he'll get help from his teammates. And now it's, again, just down to Hero, who's all the way back towards A, and it does not look like he's going to be able to get there. A little bit of lag coming to the server again, so we'll be anticipating another pause after this round. But another really solid retake for the Allies.
Yeah, we see a lot of server lag coming out right now. A lot of people are calling this out in chat. Not looking too good. As Hero is just gonna hang out with his STG and kind of just have a picnic for himself.
Indeed, waiting for the last 20 seconds. So it will be 11-7, and Western Jesters again after that round will be dealing with some pretty heavy bank advantage as well in the economy. Take a look over to what will be available for the side of Niesow. Dealing right around the 4 credit mark, which is not what you want to see. So we will pause things up for a moment. We'll take a look back at our scoreboard here and just peruse over what exactly the score totals are looking like. Disrupt sitting at 18, 2, and 10, having a really great performance. Just behind him is West, though, at 17, 3, and 9. On the opposite side, Hero is again still on top, 16, 0, and 13. Revo, who's been mostly locking down the long ranges, has been sitting at 12, 3, and 16. Just overall, you take a look at the kill participation, though, it just seems to favor, even in the slightest form, that of our team of Western Jesters. And it looks like our server is about to get back to neutral. Still just waiting to make sure if things will be evened out. As Millsy, did we lose you? I think we did. All right. So just waiting for the server to come back to terms, and hopefully we're going to get Millsy back in as well. Otherwise, we'll just be dealing with a solo cast all the way through the rest of these rounds, which who knows? I mean, based on what we've seen from Western Jesters so far, their offense has looked pretty swift. A lot of success towards A, actually, which is something that we did not see a lot from Niesow. But again, the execution calls have been looking really solid so far. And it looks like our players are ready to get back in. So as soon as we get the unpause, we will be jumping right back in, taking a look at the loadouts. Again, a lot of tools to use for Western Jesters. They'll be coming in with the Mosin scoped for Wally. On the flip side, just 2 STGs and 3 MP40s, no grenades at all. Again, fully buying out, nothing in the bank whatsoever. So if Western Jesters can find a way to take this round, it might be a full save coming through. Wally finds one. West right over the middle apartments as well, able to find another. And now a 5-on-3, and how do you even attempt to defend against this? You essentially have to hard stack a bomb set and hope you pick correctly. But it's a full wolf pack coming through, disrupt a nice little angle onto Athen. West able to get up and close and personal for another, leaving things just down to Jabin. And he will be lingering over the front palace, and I think he's been scouted. We'll be able to take down one, but the team shots are good for the trade. And now all of a sudden, 12-7, hardly any bank whatsoever after what was nearly a full complete round of a team wipe coming out from Western Jesters. So for Niesow, Horny, do you just donate and stack up one player and hope he can carry you, or do you all try to go for some meager weapons? It looks like based off the purchases, everyone will go for meager weapons and whatever smokes they could afford. So 2 STGs, a Gewehr, and an MP40 with 4 smokes and a nade. It's all that's worth working with. And wow, that might actually be enough, as Hero's able to find the first, a set nade from Fire, able to find a second. So a 5-on-3 defensively just like that. And the smokes will isolate the middle portion of the map. No one's going to peek this. You have an advantage here if you're looking at this from the perspective of Niesow, and Revo will help with that as well. Able to find another one on the opposite side of the map. So all of a sudden, Disrupt, who has pushed forward, will need to find some favorable timing. He's able to take down Fire. And how about this? Blade fighting things back with an unscoped car. Pardon me, that's able to find one with it. So now all of a sudden, A, potential to be pushed. Hero's here. He's just playing an angle, waiting for a potential sound trigger on the bomb. And will he even get that opportunity? Because Disrupt just find another one. Now all of a sudden, Jabin and Hero are completely split apart. And if they commit at the same time, Western Jesters, they might just fight this back. And it looks like they're going to hit this from opposite sides to try to pinch B bomb site. In the mix is Blade. He's going to jump on the hill, and, well, It looks like it will be good for Jabin to find the trade, but Disrupt is able to take him down. So now all of a sudden here on the late rotate, needs to make his way in. Toggles the bomb and Disrupt will clean up. Goodness. What an absolute comeback. 2v4. Disrupt finds a handful. And that was going to make things really interesting, because if you were able to find a win there for Niesow Horny, all of a sudden you were back in the economy and you can start fighting this one back, but not going to be the case. Western Jesters looking cool, calm, and collected on the offense. They'll take this one 13-7. And honestly, with a couple of server issues, apparently it's happening all over the central region of Chicago, as I believe that's why we also lost Millsy. That will be round number 3. So all that's left for us here is the grand finals. And we'll see if it will be Sedated, who was able to take down 5-stack in the bottom half of the semifinals. So that was a 13-6 there. So we'll be seeing Western Jesters going up against Sedated in the grand finals. We'll set things to a small break. And again, we are doing this mostly for the prestige of it. But of course, there is some Razor Silver in the mix for all of our players who end up finishing near the top. But beyond that, Matcherino has also helped out by promoting a sponsor code for us. So if you're interested in helping out, we've already broke $100 on our bonus for these players. All you have to do is type !boost. It'll give you a link to our tournament page on Matcherino and type in the coupon code that's provided into the space to essentially donate for free an extra 50 cents. And there's also a couple other ways that you can help